Right guys, I'm going to go through how I'm going to clean my horrible dirty K&N filter. So as you can see, to be quite honest, I've not looked at it since I've had the bike. I had the bike late last year, and I think, to be honest, the guy did race on track, but he just clearly didn't do this before he sold me the bike, which is lovely of him. So I'm going to go through today about how I'm going to clean this. So I've got the K&N recharger kit. And basically it comes as a two-part piece. So I've already blown this out with an air compressor in the garage, and I've taken some photos of that. And then we've got the air filter cleaner. So basically, just here, literally just spray it. I know these kits are expensive. The reason that we use the kit is just because you use a couple of squirts per time, and obviously your K&N filters will last pretty much forever, for as long as you really want the bike, if I'm quite honest. So I just use a couple of squirts of this, and we've had this for a really long time, and I mean, I think it's probably still about up to here, so you hardly use any of it. So basically all I'm going to do is just spray roughly on there, horrible noise, like that, just a couple of squirts on that side, and then the same on that side as well. Okay, I personally like to leave mine, so I'll just leave it in the bottom of the sink. Obviously, being a motorbike family, this is where we like to clean our air filters and dirty bike parts. We use the kitchen sink for that, so as a bike family. So yeah, so literally it's just nice and soapy now. I'm literally just going to leave it in the sink for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that, and then I'll literally just wash it off with with our lovely tap here. And then after that, the second part piece to this is the oil. So basically what you do is let it dry, purely because I'm planning to use my bike tomorrow. If it was in the winter, I would just take it off at the end of the season, leave it to dry naturally. However, because I'm planning to hopefully go out on my bike tomorrow, what I'm going to do is just use the hairdryer. So I brought my trusty hairdryer down. I'm literally just going to use some mildly warm air. I'm not going to use really hot air, and then hopefully that'll dry it. And then the second piece is this K&N air filter oil. It's a bit difficult, so it says to put a good squirt of oil on there. However, sometimes what happens is it makes things stick and it doesn't feel so nice. So just a small amount of the oil, and then just the best thing that you can do with your oil filters is just do them regularly, unlike me, who hasn't done this one yet since I've had the bike. So yeah, I'll leave this to soak and I'll be back. So my filter has now been resting for about 10 minutes as per K&N's advice, and then basically what I'm going to do is just with very, very lightly warmed water, not hot water, is I'm just going to rinse it off now. The main thing that K&N say is to just do it as low pressure. So the main thing that K&N say is to do it as low pressure, so they don't want you to put loads of high pressure water straight into it. So don't think that using a jet wash is going to make it any cleaner, because it isn't. It's just going to damage the filter. So slightly warm water, and literally all I'm going to do is just, if you can see, is just rinse it off. And what will happen is a lot of that, and I can see some of the dirty water that's coming off that is grey. So literally just some of that dirty water is just going to come off of there. So I tend to just use my hand. I think, yeah, it's one of the best tools that you can have. And I literally just give it a wipe over and just try and make sure that you get in any of that muck, because right on the crowns of that's what they call it, the crowns of the filter, that's where you're going to get the most dirt and the most muck. So I just try and get as much off as I can. It won't look red initially. If it's an old filter like this one clearly is, it won't look red straight away. Putting the oil back on should give it that red colour back. So I will tell you now, I'm going to use the hairdryer to dry it off. K&N advised to let it dry naturally. So obviously take from that as you will. If this was a brand new filter that I bought myself for my bike, I'd probably be a bit more careful with it. Seeing as it's the filter that was already in the bike, I'm not too fussed. I'll buy another one at some point and look after it a bit better. Right, so I'm literally just going to give it a wiggle off. Just try and get most of that water off, and then I'm going to hairdry it. Okay, so I won't let you see that bit because you all know what hairdryer looks like. Right, so now I've cleaned the air filter, so you can see, I don't know if you can see that way, it looks so much cleaner now. It's slightly warm, which is one of the reasons that I do it, although it is naughty. And obviously please correct me if I'm wrong, please comment underneath my video if you're going to tell me that that's going to completely ruin this filter. But I always think, you know, if it's a bit warmer, maybe the oil will just go into it a little bit better. So it still looks white, and obviously the thing about the K&N is that usually it's red, like most air filters, but that gives it that sort of like nice look as well. So air filter oil, so this will help things obviously stick to the air filter as well, and it catch things that it needs to. This will make it red. Now the main thing with this, so I have read about it before and I got carried away with the oil and it made it red like shit. So I think the main thing is to just not put on too much. So just go steady with it. It's got 20 minutes to wick in. K&N in their instructions do say that if you've got an area that isn't quite so red at the end, just touch it up. But they've said on this side and on this side to just 3 inch away, and then just small squirts on they call it like the crown of the air filter, whatever that means. Okay, so if I just give it, oh, it's going a lovely colour, honestly. Okay, so you can already start to see that it's started to go red. So I've done one side, and then I'm literally just going to do the same on the other side. Now anything with this, I mean, I've had a bike for 8 years, I'm not going to lie, I've not always done stuff to my own bike. Most of the time I have, but I've had my dad and other people helping me. So if I do anything wrong in my videos, and if I'm doing anything, just let me know, it's fine, and then I'll know for next time. So don't hate on me, just comment below and then I'll know for next time. Like with anything, there are certain things with my bike. So I've dropped an engine before and I've done different things, but it's only like because I've had problems with my bike. Certain things, like the air filter, I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty good at doing my oil and filter change every year, every 6 months or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I tend to do a good oil and filter change every so often. Air filter, like I say, I bought this bike late last year, sort of like coming into winter. I've rode it so far all this year and I've just been like, well, this is really fun, this is a nice bike, and I haven't done it. So this is long overdue. So if you can start to see it's got a bit of a red tinge, I'm not going to put any more on for now. I'm just going to wait and just sort of see how it goes. I don't want to put on too much. I don't want to sort of go too heavy because I know that it can affect the performance of your bike. Maybe potentially cleaning my air filter, I may notice a little bit of a difference on the road, or I may not. We'll see. We'll see. So for now, what I'm going to do, so I've let that dry for so long, I'm just going to, can you see there are little bits where they've not got quite so much red? I'm literally just going to go over those, and then I'm going to finish the video there. Any questions, like I say, any feedback if I'm doing anything wrong, or if you're like, Rach, honestly, don't use the hairdryer, just let me know, and then I'll know for next time. But like I say, it's an oil filter, I'm not too fussed. So right, definitely nearly reached for the cleaner. Don't go back to the cleaner, that's not a good idea, is it? So yeah, just a little bit more oil, and then hopefully, so it's got that like uniformed red look. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. We'll go with that. It's only an old air filter. I'm just too tight to buy a new one.